Our full reveal to go ahead and show you some marathon gameplay live here from Bungie HQ, but we actually have the distinct privilege of being joined by a pretty solid contingent of the marathon development team in-house. So in addition to some of the folks we're going to be talking to on stage here in just a little bit, we wanted to take the opportunity to get to introduce you to just a few of them here before we kicked off the show. Now, first things first, someone who's been here at Bungie for a little bit and someone who has also agreed we're going to do it on film and make sure that everyone knows that you've agreed to take me on a run at some point. But Kevin Yanis, Senior Design Lead here at Bungie. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm really excited for this truly momentous day.
It's going to be a lot of fun. What about today's show are you most excited about?
Yeah, honestly, I'm really excited for the team, or for everyone to see the team's work on the runners. We've been developing these gameplay fantasies and visual for a long time. I know the community has reacted really positively to some of the previews we've given. And, you know, Bungie games have this immaculate touch and feel, this great gunplay. And with Marathon, we're adding tack shooter elements to it. To really increase that depth and mastery that people expect from our games. So I'm excited to see how everyone reacts to that.
We're going to get to see a lot of that soon, but we're also going to get to see, you mentioned you get to work on the runners. Can you tell us just a little bit, without spoiling what's on the show, what we're going to see today?
Yeah, sure. With these runners, you're going to see they're pretty archetypical. So you're going to see different but clear and distinct fantasies and gameplay identities and roles. And hopefully people walk away from this understanding how their team compositions are going to look like and what their friends are going to play.
Outstanding. Kevin, well, thank you for being here today, man. We appreciate it. As we go right on down the line, we're also joined by Senior Engineering Lead here at Bungie, Mr. Sean Chan. Sean, how's it going, man?
Hi, I'm great. Yeah, it's really good. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you for asking. That's so nice of you. For folks out there that may not know what it is a Senior Engineering Lead does, what do you do here at Bungie?
Yeah, I make sure everything works. So, like, if something doesn't work, Kevin comes and calls me, right? This doesn't work, come call me. Everything's like, call Sean if it doesn't work, you know?
I mean, it's a huge undertaking. Obviously, here working in video games, it's such an intersection between art and science. Anything particular today that you're really excited for people to see?
We have a lot of cool tech that people haven't seen yet, like stuff that can happen in this game that we just haven't seen before. Right, so this will be the first time they see it. I'm really nervous, and I hope everything works well.
Being nervous means you're both excited but want it to go well, so that's a good thing.
Absolutely.
Well, Sean, thank you for being here today, man, too. We really appreciate it. And of course, as we go on down the line, we're also joined by Marathon's narrative director, Julia Narden. Julia, how you doing?
Really excited, Andy.
Today, we're obviously going to get to show off a lot rather today here in just a little bit. But what are you most excited for people to see?
Oh man. So as you know, we've been treating this as both a reimagining of and a direct successor to the original trilogy, which means we've been taking that really rich, textured world building from the original games and using it as sort of a sacred foundation that we want to continue building on. And finally, we get to share some of that with our community today.
It's very exciting, and selfishly, as someone who grew up playing the original trilogy with his dad, it's been so much fun getting to talk story with you. Can't wait for everyone to get to see. Anything in particular, anything else that you're excited for people to get to dig into as they learn more about Marathon? We've unleashed a little bit with the ARG and everything, but any thoughts so far?
If I said it, I'd get in trouble, so I think I want to keep it a surprise.
Fair question. All right, well, we got a big show coming up. Thank you, Julia, for being here. Thank you all, too, for taking the time to join us today. We appreciate it a ton. All right, we are in final prep now, everyone. So we'll be back in just a little bit on the other side with some Marathon gameplay. Don't go away.
All right. I am super duper fucking high still from last night. But we're doing this because I'm excited. I can just fucking bring the fucking thing up. Hang on. Oh man, I'll tell you what. Who's this guy in the chat? Yeah, we're streaming. We're going to try to finish Elden Ring a little bit after this stream, but I got to get my head. I'm just waking up. I got food coming, you know. What did this guy say? He said, I don't like the kind of language I use towards women with whom you disagree with. I like how you're using a whom all proper, but you still choose to end with a preposition. I don't know what you're talking about, Jonathan. Could you be specific? Metal Eden. I will, Morgan. I will. Hello, John Sulk. You have to understand. Well, you don't have to. But there's value in my brain if you are aware that I'm quite hungover. I don't even know if it's hungover. I think I may be still high. God damn, that was a lot of dope. I'm not opposed to what Jonathan's saying. I just don't understand what he's talking about. Hello, Benji. THC Hayes, yeah. I'm fine. I'm just metal. I'm just hungover or high. Hello, Rob. Again, drive safe, please. Yeah, Jeffy, eat safe, idiot. Hair of the dog. What's that? Frosty, I don't know, but I think I'll finish it today. I hope. I don't know. But I'm going to give it 5 fucking hours, man. Here we go. It's nice they're putting a lot of effort into the reveal, though. They have the audience and everything. No, I'm going to finish Elden Ring Billy Bones, but I have no plans to start AC6. I would get not nervous, but excited. I would practice it within inches of my life, though. I was always very prepared for these things. Oh, I'm glad, Rob. Glad we'll keep you entertained. Glad we can be there. Have a good biz trip. Oh. Jerry.
Hello and welcome back to Bungie HQ here in beautiful Washington, where we're coming to you live with the opportunity to share a little bit of marathon gameplay with you for the very first time. My name's Andy. I work on the social media team here, and we've got an awesome show lined up for you with a little surprise at the end that you're wanting to.
Shut up, Andy.
So make sure to go ahead and not tune out early.
Whore.
But no need to worry. You're not going to have to sit here and listen to me. I'm joined by some of my teammates here at Bungie to walk us through some of what we're going to be seeing today. So, no time like the present. Let's get into the show. First things first, this gentleman here to my right, to your left, is
All right.
Game Director.
Thank you, Morgan.
Joe, how you
I'm doing great. Thank you very much. Super excited to finally show something about our game, you know?
Yep.
We've been a little bit silent for a while, but we're hoping you'll have a lot of fun today.
Yeah, we'll have another video in addition to one of just you.
Well, Hammer, I mean, if it's a good reveal, it'll help sales because people will start knowing about it. No one knows what it is right now.
I work with a lot of amazing
Hello, Kenny Rose.
on the stage, a lot of people who are sort of in the audience here today. My goal is ultimately to take sort of all the ideas that we have, bring them together into a singular experience, and help to deliver that experience as a single player.
Oh my God, show the game.
Thank you very much for being here today, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. As we go on down the line, we're also joined by a man who's been instrumental in bringing the worlds of both games and film to life, our franchise art director, Mr. Joe Cross. Joe, how's it going?
Who plans these?
For anyone, obviously, you've got some fans here, but for anyone out there in the audience at home that may not know you or doesn't get a chance to work with you, can you tell us just a little bit about who you are and what you do here?
Yeah, so I'm Joe Cross. I'm franchise art director of Marathon.
Oh,
And, my
Show
job is
the
to sort of
game.
set the tone and the vision. The
Oh,
vision
Hammer, I
of
see what you're
this
saying. The
reimagined
difference between
site
this and
this game.
I couldn't tell you why they're doing this.
Our
It's,
world-class art team is set up for
I mean, a lot of times when you do something like this, it's,
paving the way a bit.
there's kind of a,
For everything. We're going to have a lot to dig into today.
what's the
so
word
thanks
I'm
for
looking
being here as
for?
well.
There's kind of a
As we go
myth building
right down the line, we
aspect
have, without
to
a doubt,
it.
the most important Andrew on this stage here today.
Like, oh, it's Bungie,
game
we're
director, Mr. Andrew
important.
Witz.
Remember how important we are. Let's get our, let's bring that shine back on, you know, when we unveil a new game, it's an important event. I'm sure that's what they're trying to communicate. What would be really fun is if they just fucking did that by showing the game.
Sandbox of Marathon is going to be.
Well, I have no reason to think it's another Concorde Big Mac, or not another Concorde. I mean,
To the game team. Thank you all for all your work.
you know,
And of course,
there's
last
nothing they've
but
shown
not
yet.
least,
Hello,
someone who you've probably seen in
Serrano.
Bungie Vidocs in the past, and someone who's been able to help guide design here at Bungie since Halo 3. The one, the only Mr. Senior Design Leader.
I'm
the
not
one
mad,
who's
Addy
large.
Pie. God, you troll. What I'm saying is, as a consumer and one-time creator of this sort of malarkey,
You could say Marathon's back.
You could.
there's no value to this sort of presentation. It's poorly thought out. No one cares. Bungie's legacy is
My name
irrelevant.
is Lars Bakken. I'm a senior design lead on the Run team. Shout out to Run
Just
team. Everyone
show
that's
us-
out there right now.
Show us the game,
A lot of
man.
fans out there. So the Run team is consisting
We
of
don't care.
maps, so the zones that you're going into. We make the activities, so we take some of the cool stuff that Andrew's team, we remix it, we add the UESC in, we make them real difficult on purpose. And then we also have the contracts team, which are the factions, the corporations that players are sort of doing deals with because they're mercenaries, and that gets a little bit down into the missions and everything. And so that's the stuff I
I see what you mean, Prince Green, for sure.
make everyone proud with.
Well, we'll get into that here very shortly, but no, thank you all for starters all for being here. Before we get started as well, a quick reminder, do yourself a favor, make sure you've got your Bungie and your Twitch account linked to make sure you don't miss out on the Twitch drop that's going on right now. And if you also go ahead and subscribe to any channel in the Marathon directory, you can get a special little cat badge next to your name to go ahead and show everyone that you were here today. So go out there, find a streamer you haven't found before, and make sure and drop a sub out there and share the love. And also, if you have dropped your sub here on Marathon the Game, worry not, that money all goes to the Bungie Foundation, so thank you for helping us help them do some good out there. And now we have a big show again lined up. We've got some gameplay on the way coming up very shortly. We had a chance to go ahead and work with some creators and press very recently, and we're going to show you what they thought of the game. And of course, again, I'll repeat myself, but we've got something really great for you at the end of the show. So
oh my God, just show us something.
Again, the purpose of today is to show off some gameplay. Mr. Joe Ziegler, I'd love to hand the mic to you for this next part.
Yeah, so before we get started, obviously there's a lot to talk about today. We have a little bit of a taste to show you about what our game is about.
Far Cry 3?
We can put some images to what we've been talking about here. So
I know I played a bunch of them. I think I played 3, yeah.
The end of all things. But the dream is not over. My dream. Yours. Now. Run.
I mean, it's Bungie, so it's to be expected, but the gunplay looks great. I mean, it's a video, but still. Art style's super cool. Ectoplasm, I don't think they've said yet.
Just later this year on September 23rd, so you'll be able to ship out to Tau City very shortly. And in addition to that, coming just later this month on April.
Yeah, I agree, Hammer. It looks good visually. Yeah.
Test that you can be a part of. Now, as a quick heads up, this is going to be focused on North America, 18 plus only. So there's going to be a big chance to play up front, but don't worry, there's going to be other opportunities to play later. So to make sure you're caught up with all the details and you're ready to go, do yourself a favor, head over to our Discord at discord.gg/marathonthegame. And of course, if you're here in Twitch chat with us today, then you've already done yourself a big favor.
Oh my God!
And moderation teams are going to be going out and just looking for folks to drop codes to as well to make sure that you can get priority access when the alpha kicks off. So go ahead and keep an eye out on your inbox. There's no exclamation point drops or anything you need to do, though I'm sure folks will do it anyway. But worry not, you've gone ahead and done yourself a favor by being here today. But let's get into it. What did we just see?
A lot of death, you know, is first what we all saw. But honestly, you saw a first glimpse of some of what's going on in Marathon, you know, our extraction shooter that we're creating over here. And it's got a little bit of everything. It's got some runners in there. It's got some weapons in there. It's got some crazy stuff happening, but yeah.
Yeah, a little taste of the weapons in there. You saw some alternate weapon actions. The flip scope is in there, so weapons are going to do more than just shoot, obviously. It's a Bungie game. We got to like really push things. Yeah, a lot of runner abilities are in there as well. The UESC, obviously a little taste of the UESC and what they're capable of. Yeah, a lot of awesome stuff.
And some fun world interactions too. Like there's that sequence where the shutters go down and then everything goes wrong for the team that's in that room. But that's, yeah, it's pretty cool to see those things.
Yeah, everything goes wrong. The Andy Salisbury story. Mr. Ziegler, so why are we making Marathon? Why is Bungie going into the extraction shooter space?
I mean, extraction shooters are something that are passionate.
Hello, Emil.
It's
It is
really
indeed,
the
my
idea
friend.
of, bringing this experience that we've all enjoyed, which is this kind of intense survival-based experience where you are frequently unsure of what's going to happen next, but you're on that adventurous ride of it. You know, it's like, we talk about it sort of.
Why
like
should I be easily impressed, Big Mac? I like the trailer they just showed, though. That looks really good. I'm excited.
And we really wanted to take that and sort of, I don't know, bring
But
a lot more
shouldn't
people
you?
into it. When you love something,
Shouldn't
you're
your?
gonna
I mean,
want
I don't
to,
consciously go out of my way to not be easily impressed, but I've seen a lot of shit, baby.
Yeah, we've been doing a lot of work.
Seen a lot of shit in my war
And, you know,
torn.
Lars, obviously.
Shut up,
Bungie's
I'm
had a
still
long
high.
History of shooters, but this is a new type altogether for us to dive into. From your side, what's it been like designing for all of this?
It's been fantastic. So when I started at Bungie, it was on.
Oh
their team.
God, who
And,
cares?
I am a competitive person in my nature.
Oh.
I really enjoy.
Is this
PvP,
therapy?
And so
The
having to
fuck?
take that in the marathon game and think about every single angle of every design, knowing that there will be other human beings in, around, and on the other
I
side
couldn't
of it
tell you,
has been
Anthony, what it is, 'cause they I mean,
exhilarating for myself personally, and I also know for the team.
It's been really exciting to see.
I liked the
obviously,
trailer though,
we saw
Sector. I thought the
lots of
trailer
runners.
looked fun, but
Mr.
what
Witt,
the
can
fuck?
you do me a favor and help introduce these 4 runners that are going to be available when the closed alpha test begins?
Yeah, for sure. We'll have 6 runners at launch, but we're focusing on the core 4 here for they're going to be in the alpha. So going left to right, we have Locust. Locust is our soldier kind of fantasy, our soldier kit, all about push forward gameplay, right? The first one in, trying to get as many picks as possible, right? Against either the UESC or other players.
That's right, Frosty.
Next we have Blackbird. It's very reconnaissance-based kit. All about like figuring out where players and enemies are in general and punishing poor positioning. Glitch is like our agile disruptor kind of kit, all about pushing forward, disrupting enemy teams and what they're doing and getting out and kind of having that kind of cycle. Void is our
You know what I think?
stealth boy, our sneaky boy.
You know what I think?
All about throwing down. Smokes going a full active camo cloak into the darkness, getting some
No,
damage,
I don't think it looks like
and
Overwatch at all,
so, yeah,
Anthony.
Core 4.
For me, anyway.
A lot of different play styles to choose from out of the gate. And even furthermore, Joe Cross, also, if anyone's not following Joe Cross on Twitter, do yourself a favor and do so. But you've been sharing some art with these runners pretty recently out there on Twitter with everyone.
Let me just briefly say,
A lot, but you know, you guys have been working off of this concept of graphic realism. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what that means for the design here?
Yeah, it's one of our ingredients that we've sort of conjured up to help us define the visual world. For these runners, you know, the first thing we wanted to make sure was their visual fantasy reflected.
well, I mean, gameplay type, it's an extraction shooter, so.
And then we sort of have our you know, unique recipe of influences and inspirations for the reimagining.
Here's what I was going to say, though.
And one of those sort of constraints we've created is this idea of graphic realism, where we
I've been watching so many of these previews
materials, we use a lot
since I've been doing this channel.
and we
And
sort of use it as
I don't know if the rest of the audience feels the same way,
and then it, you know,
but
doesn't hurt to have
hearing the developer talk about their game no longer holds any water for me, because
You know, obviously,
if it ends up being a piece of shit or it ends up being great,
you know, as a kid who grew up playing it, I know it well myself.
these presentations always make it look amazing.
It's amazing.
So,
and art geeks out there,
you know, who cares what this is? Just show us the game. I don't need to fucking hear.
Greg Mullins, who you see art
I don't need to
representing
hear all
Last
this shit.
as a
Just
fan, then got incorporated
Just
into
show me the
objectives
game,
by
and
Bungie.
if we fall in love with it, then we want to hear you talk about it.
And we always tried to, you know, pay attention.
It's just
to
the same
make sure
shit.
We were doing justice, and you can see here in the
And if
center,
you
this is
actually
a
do
photo
get
of
excited about
we
it,
developed early
half the
in
time,
process to
the
make
end
sure that,
result
our
is
approach to realism and style lined up and sort of represented that.
the end result.
And then on
Half the
right,
time is not
sort of
good. I got excited for
actual pictures,
Redfall,
Blackbird,
which was fine, but
fantasy,
it wasn't what they hyped it up to be.
So I think it's working.
Jonathan, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says this is the problem with game devs now. They all want to be Neil Druckmann and think their shit doesn't stink.
It's like a 3-panel study on how to build the spine, right? This is what you're looking for. Yeah, that's really awesome.
Is this
I don't know who they want to be or if it's the PR teams, but you know, Like, no one gives a
Well,
shit.
that said, if anyone out there in Twitch chat as well has any questions, go ahead and drop them in. We're gonna.
I mean, think about this for a brief moment. It's these five guys with their inside jokes. The Bungie audience is made up of dev team members with their fucking jokes that are inside jokes. This is terrible. Not the game, though. The game could be great. The game, what they showed, looks pretty good. Yeah, the world, the art looks pretty cool.
Marathon is a team-based extraction shooter set around the mysterious and cutthroat world of Tau Ceti 4. You are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given up their human form for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here you'll fight in a crew of up to 3 players across a variety of zones and points of interest. You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces.
All right, so
and otherworldly
PvPvE,
threats.
cool.
To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune. The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map. Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive. Die, and all your gear will be up for grabs. Survive, and your loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power and fill your vault. Death is inevitable, but it's never the end. Think quickly on your feet and outplay your opponents, and in your next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck, factions can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight. Bungie brings its best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay, runners with unique playstyles, and customizable builds create highly dynamic and strategic teamfights. Whether you're on a zero-to-hero run or high-rolling with powerful gear, you'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon is designed to be played in crews, with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out, to streamline playing with your friends. Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot. And if you believe your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner. No 2 runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective. Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews. Running support for your friends? Grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need. You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination. Endgame challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community events, and more all await you in Season 1, where you and your friends will start to unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4. Remember, you're only ever one run away from your next big score.
I think it looks great. I mean, it looks very typical, been there, done that, but it looks executed amazingly, which is cool.
It's a decent amount of gameplay. All right.
No, it's four-man teams,
I think for starters,
and there's like four other teams, and then there's environment enemies as well.
Facilitating this gameplay with your art style. Again, what was it like kind of approaching this from your perspective? What were you looking to do?
You know, build on the legacy.
I'm going to keep this running. I got to go pick up the DoorDash this year. I'll be right back.
Easy sort of inspiration for art. I also love just sort of having the keys to this car from this era. Working on a game from this era. I love older games. I love the way the games look from the PS1, PS2 era. So there was a lot for us, and like I said, paying homage to some of the great sort of iconic artists of the time. So
yeah, and also we had some keen-eared folks in chat. I think it's Joey Wolfinder asked if this is Ben Starr. Yep, Ben Starr was the narrator of that piece. Excellent ear.
Great voice, right?
Yeah, super cool.
voice.
Yeah,
Wonderful voice.
He's almost an Andrew Witz, but he does his best. But all right, I'm gonna put you on the spot with a tough one, Mr. Joe Ziegler.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite runner?
Ooh, controversial question. I play a variety of them, but I will say probably the one I end up playing the most is Blackbird, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Any Blackbird mains out there?
Um,
I like playing Blackbird because it's a great crew runner. Like, it's in terms of being able to provide a lot of information, provide a lot of support. It's also a great.
I mean, the clapping crowd, though.
Strategies that can occur, especially ambush strategies that happen. Also to catch.
I don't understand what 3v3 means.
So yeah, there's a lot of versatility.
Hey, you can get up there.
Very fun. Mr. Witz, you and I share the same main. I gotta ask.
Because I think it's four-man teams.
Oh, I split my time between Locust. I'm a very push-forward kind of player, as Joe reminds me all the time, because I'm pushing too much, too
You don't
often.
even have a W key. It just goes.
I just love to go fast forward. That's right. And so, like, yeah, that push forward gameplay. That
Brock, you
the
knucklehead.
first to try and get a pick. Seeing somebody out of position, going for that pick. Also,
McDonald's.
I like to play glitch a lot too. Again, like, I really love that disruption.
Shut up,
style.
Frank.
I love just finding an enemy crew trying to exfil, trying to extract, and then like taking like the arm cannon and just knocking them out of like the zone, and now they're trapped with me and hopefully my teammates. Joe.
I'm scanning.
Oh, I thought it was four-man teams. They said four, but whatever.
To that same end, actually, as you guys kind of discuss the runners, Destas in chat asks, what's the pacing targets to the gameplay? Are there any movement or traversal mechanics?
There are a lot of movement and traversal mechanics inside of the game, but it varies. Your effectiveness varies per runner.
Yeah, like everything. Like we're making like a survival sandbox. Which
I mean, Prince Green, I'm sure they'd like to do story, but
going. If you want to,
a lot of things have changed since then, obviously. I think you can get by. There's a lot of multiplayer success where you just focus on that, and it seems to work. But yeah, I mean, that's,
It's almost like a stamina system, but we call it heat because we're these awesome mercenary cyborgs, right? Where like the body overheats, and so this character has like some mobility, but you overheat quite a bit. So that's kind of the cost that's there, and so that's what pushes us into like finding implants that maybe like expand like how much like your heat meter and also give you more agility.
Will it save Bungie? I don't know.
Right?
I mean,
so, yeah,
I think
there's a lot of cost.
conceptually it's very been there, done that, but
we really want to make sure
it's
like
looks beautifully executed in terms of the gunplay as is to be expected.
We got to balance a lot of stuff because
with Bungie, and the visuals are amazing. I love the art style.
There's a lot to learn. That's why we're doing this, right?
Yeah, I mean, and actually, while we're talking about kind of those finer details, Witz, I'd love to still kind of bug you a little bit. In Marathon build crafting is a big deal. What does that mean in the world that you guys are building?
Yeah, and so like the runners are essentially like a base, right? And so each runner has, they have a bunch of implants that you can kind of find that do kind of wild things, and like as they go up in rarity, right? There's a lot of stats, so you can increase your resistance to certain things.
Ally Star, Snow,
toxins,
yeah.
you can essentially be poisoned, right, as our tox, and so you can build up resistances to that. You can increase your agility. There's,
Hey, Jonathan,
shields,
thank you for
obviously,
that.
to make
I
it
don't know
durable.
why their ship
They have cores.
focus. I mean,
Cores are really cool. They basically give you,
probably
like,
because they
extra
want to make it
passives.
feel like a bigger
And
deal,
at the base
and they
rarity,
can't
like,
show
they have
that
these
much. I don't know.
passives that you can
Awesome,
play
Tatum,
around.
you goddamn
The
right.
highest rarity,
Elden
they're
Ring coming up
specific
today.
to the runner kit.
Thank you,
the
buddy.
runner you're playing, and what they do is they really augment your abilities wildly, right? So you can, you know, you're doing one thing, and then you get.
I got
like a
breakfast
core
from McDonald's.
specifically for glitch, and now you're like, oh, my double jump is a triple jump.
Anthony, I'm not sure how you get
How
in
much
yet.
more can
I don't
push
think they've made that
so
totally
that
clear.
gear really matters, and so builds are like completely the implants, the cores, weapons, weapon attachments. Weapons have like a pretty cool progression too. We have gold mods, which are kind of like the highest end of the attachment pool. They're essentially like exotics in our game, right? What is the exotic version of this Magnum that can do some wild stuff? So yeah, like really it's the entire package together is what the build crafting experience is in Marathon.
Super exciting. And actually, to that same end, we got a question in chat as well from, I think, Firex is how you pronounce it. How many players are going to be in
I got
that?
coffee from McDonald's, so I have
Varies per
some.
map.
Yeah, it varies
Tatum.
per map.
Got it.
The footage that people have seen a lot of, Dire Marsh, we support up to 18 players.
Excellent. Okay, all right, so going to be room for a lot of play styles. To that same end, I know we talked a little bit about Void earlier as well. Lars, can you walk us through maybe just your play style when you're approaching any of these runs?
Sure, yeah.
Let's go ahead and sell out the best strategy.
I have to give away my secrets. So Void is really fun for me because it leans into this part of my personality that is like very devious. And so, you know,
we
if you
know
go
you.
on a run with me, I'll be like, hey, any claymores you see, let me know. And I'm putting those in my backpack, and I'm doing crazy things like, okay, so Void has a prime ability that sends out, I think you saw it in the video, it sends like a wall. of
No,
smoke
Richard
that-
Joseph, what's
sort of
the
like your
sauce
home
like?
base when you do that, it's
The
affordable.
Nether Flames is good.
Because when you go in that, you become invisible. You get automatic active camo. So I'll do things like set that up to make people believe I'm doing one thing and then do another. So a lot of subversive things. I'll go in there and I'll claymore the inside, right? If someone comes in after me, they're gonna have a very bad time. But I also do things like I'll go to
Right,
a place in the zone where there's high tier loot, and I'll claymore it up, and then close all the doors and leave, and be like, I wonder if anyone's gonna show up. And then sure enough, maybe 5 minutes later, I see the shield crack in the HUD, and I'm like, yes, I can go back and see what's going on. So yeah, that's how I like to play.
Yeah, how about you, Joe Cross?
I don't care how you like to play. I know
well,
you're trying to reveal.
If you know me,
whatever.
I'd rather look good and lose. So I generally pick the runner with the coolest helmet, and in this lineup, I think that's clearly Blackbird. As far as my play style, I'm typically just a decoy. So
It's like, Joe, go over there.
yeah,
Go over
exactly.
there.
I am
Look
the
really
worst.
great. over
Yeah,
there.
exactly. Just stand in the open
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah. So that's the end of my run story.
Fair. Well, we want to thank you all for your collective sacrifice. We appreciate it. So actually, to that same end, obviously we do a lot of playtesting here internally. Witz, I know you mentioned you've got a folder of some of your best plays, but what are some of your most memorable runs so far?
Some of my memorable runs are really when I think I'm going to be doing one thing, right? Like, okay, I'm going to do a contract. I'm going to be going here. I got to go into this room. Gotta interact with this device. And I think it's like I'm safe.
Nine
like,
Lives
just kinda
says,
do
I
like
have a
routine
feeling the
thing I can
game's
get
gonna
in and get out
fail.
If I'm like smart about it and really kind of listen for what's going on. Like there's no.
I mean,
UEC around
they've
the
shown
stuff.
nothing that I think
And
looks
often
bad. I think it
another
looks
player, like the best moments is there's other
worst
crew
case, it
that
looks
are
just
going for the exact same thing.
benignly
Like, you're about to
competent,
turn the key,
but best
and you
case,
walk
it looks
through,
like a
and then
great
the
deal of
key's right
fun.
there, and you're like, oh crap! Like, and then you're like, this is.
I just think the
all-out war. It's like
presentation
a
is
hallway
really
that
uninteresting.
Seems to be like a regular hallway, but now it's just like a.
Abyssus? Awesome Tatum, what was it about?
Where there's these tense moments where you're trying to do something that lead to these very quick crescendos.
Oh, I
where,
agree, Anthony.
These mercenaries kind of going crazy, and like all these players are jumping.
You make it sound like you're playing so carefully, but you're not.
Listen, the tactics are happening fast.
Yeah, okay.
They're
It's just processing power. Is what it is,
yeah, the
yeah.
math is going. Like, it's happening.
It's improvisational, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like, I mean, runs can obviously entail a lot, but we also have a question from Sharky218. Is loot going to be just weapons, or is there going to be more for people to go after while they're out there in Tau City?
There's a ton of
There's a ton of
loot.
loot,
Yeah, there's implants, there's cores.
Yeah, Brock, it looks safe, but
there's
safe isn't
consumables.
bad. I mean, you know, when you're spending this kind of money,
There's grenades. I mean,
they're probably not going to give
we have a bunch
you
of different types of grenades in the
something
game,
really
as
fucking
well,
weird.
that you can loot in the world.
Yeah, there's not.
We have valuables,
I'm sure there will be some unique aspects to gameplay that
attachments, weapons,
are a little
materials
that you discover that are subtler, but
There's a bunch of stuff too that we're just
Yeah, I mean,
valuables,
it's-
but, like, there's times when you're
yeah.
running low on money and you're like, I just need to do a valuables run right now and I need to pick up these things.
it looks
that
kind
I
of
wanna go
standard.
into my space
But
bank, so.
but again, I mean, standard
You know, that actually is a good segue from, and I'm not making this name up, Ballin' Hobo asks, what do I do with the
Standard
loot
from
that I extract?
Bungie.
Like, why does it matter in the long run?
It's still pretty good, really good
variety of
actually.
reasons. So a lot of it was related to sort of our factions and contract system. But if you want to talk a little bit about that, Lars.
Yeah. I mean, we've got this entire system we call factions. You're doing contracts, they're like missions, and you are being greeted originally by AI representative.
I have no idea. They haven't announced price yet, Anthony.
You know, don't really have allegiance to anyone. They are going to pay you to do these jobs, and so they'll give you these missions. to
Yeah,
do.
Rory, I think the game
As
visually
you're
looks
doing these
awesome.
missions,
The look
you know,
of the
sets
game
up
is
some
great,
runners
man.
in,
To
danger.
me.
But the cool thing about, I think, a lot of the faction and the contract system.
But
is
it does
that
make me want to go
you
play
can
some Call of
keep,
Duty right now.
you
So
know, download the
yeah, there's no
agricultural
campaign, at least at
from
launch.
one
It sounds
area
like.
on one of the zones, and you're doing the thing, and you've sort of done it. So even if you die, you've still made progress there, which I think is a really cool aspect of that feature. But then there's also this.
I hope it's
meta
free to
layer
play, but
where as you're working with the different.
Yeah, you guys are
factions,
saying it might
they
be
allow
40.
You to upgrade yourself over time, and so you can increase your heat meter, you can increase your loot speed, things like that.
Trepang? No, I have not played it. I heard it's
You're
great
trying to
though.
get as much loot as possible to meet the challenge of the world, right? Like essentially, you know, different missions get harder.
Yeah, but when they showed Destiny Prince, it was the whole world thing, right? It was the
Longer, you know, so just,
there was so much lore in that game, and what had happened on Earth, and the wizard came from the moon, and I mean, I think it's kind of probably a better business decision for them to launch just this mode and see if it works. I think to launch a game as big as Destiny today
Honestly, like a lot of the loot translates
without
into things like upgrades, you know,
a
that
sense
you,
of proof
you
that
know,
it
some
works, I
factions,
think is a
but
little risky,
there's
but
also,
I don't know.
an in-game store called the Black Market, where you can use a lot of your currency and things like that to actually re-equip yourself if you go on a bad run, or to upgrade yourself if you need anything from.
Oh my
that
God,
space.
dude!
So, yeah, this is
Hello,
all those things
Canty.
to
This
get
is
a lot of
good to see you,
loot
buddy.
out.
This is the new game from Bungie developer.
That just says something else about me, though. I'm just a loot goblin. Also can be hardcore and maybe tough to get into.
God,
what are some
shut
of the things
up.
that you guys are doing to make them easier to dive into?
Yeah, I think there's a couple things.
I'm
that
with
we
you,
can talk
Morgan.
about. One is we are obviously investing, besides doing a little bit more onboarding in the front end, so players can understand a little bit about what the nature of the game mode is. We're also doing a lot to make combat something that's a little bit more approachable, but also just equally as deep, and have pretty wide things. But I think Andrew could talk about it. Yeah.
Yeah, we want to make, like, this is like a Bungie shooter, right? We want to make sure it's approachable. We like nail those fantasies. Every button press feels awesome, right? And so
I'd love a
Bungie
new
would bring
Unreal
that
Tournament,
kind
but
of
I mean, whenever they try to
more
make
from
those,
Bungie
Morgan,
game
any
into, like, the
arena
survival
shooters,
space
no
where,
one shows
again,
up for
everything
them.
kinda costs something, right? Getting shot, like, you're not going to have like a limb system where, like, you know, your limb's broken or anything, but you will, like, guns do stopping power, right? Which they can knock you out of sprint, they can slow you down, right? Status effects are still in the game.
All that juice, why do you
so
say
if
that?
you
That this
are able
is
to chem grenade,
sad,
you
this
can
is
be
modern
tossed,
Bungie.
you can be
I mean, it
immobilized,
looks
right, which really slows you
really
down,
well
you can be
made.
overheated.
It looks like
So
the
all these
gunplay is
things, that
great.
pushes you into using consumables and
But-
making sure you have an answer for these things that happen. So we're trying to make sure that
Is it nighttime? No, Rory, it's morning.
But
Sun.
the
It's just like
approachability of the action
10 a.m. or
right? So
something.
that's how we're trying to marry that together. In addition to that, if you have some bad runs, right, like, and you don't have a lot of, you see your loot kind of going down, we have the sponsored kits, like it's kind of talking in the video earlier, where
Why are you super depressed, Canty?
gameplay items like weapons or equipment or maybe a shield or something or consumables. That's kind of like the floor
God,
for what we
shut
think you can
up.
Really, like you can be capable in the environment and actually like fight other players that actually are kitted out. So you're never feeling.
Yeah,
like,
Sony, this is all
you can
PR,
always
Ecto. Sony
clutch,
paid for this.
Even if you find somebody who's completed kitted out in like really high end gear, because that's your payday, right? That's like the beauty of the moment of like, oh my
Why
God,
are they
player,
dumping on the
and,
game
oh, they have
sector?
the
It
best
looks
shield in the game.
like a solid game.
I mean, obviously, gonna be a lot of good pointers for folks at home taking notes for when they get a chance to get into the alpha.
No one's taking notes,
Mention how a big
idiot.
part of what we do here at Bungie is working alongside our community, which is why we've also had the chance since about 2022 to work with hundreds of different creators in our community as well, to go ahead and get some of their feedback. So to those of you out there that have joined us, thank you very much for your time and your opinions. They mean a lot. But no need to listen to me talk about it. We actually just last week had a bunch of folks in here to go ahead and play test the very same alpha build that some of you will have a chance to join in on as well. So I vote I go ahead and let you tell them about it in their own words.
You kind of feel the blood pumping.
Got him, got him, got him. Down the ball again and 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 again.
Oh.
World. This is a different take on an extraction shooter.
No! No, we got out!
It's game changing. It is literally game changing.
Oh God, it's literally game changing. What does that even mean then?
Such an exciting time for us. You are the first group outside of Bungie to play test our alpha build.
Yes, Ecto, such bullshit. I'm so glad people are becoming aware of just how manipulative and fake all this shit is. Ugh.
Look daddy up, let's go.
Okay, I am ready and up. Whatever you two are. Yes, sir. Oh, we are bringing some money in this time.
Right, Spectre Bull, 100%.
Oh, you looking around?
Spectre says how many of these are riding the high of just being there. Exactly.
Right, you want to do the intercept? Yeah. You just want to grab that real quick? Yeah, we can do that. You want to get going?
Yep,
Oh, Frank, I'm sure some of them did say it, but they're not going to be edited in.
I didn't actually. I've not been there yet.
Okay, so for the gang, there is fall damage, and it is severe if you
There
drop
is. I got a mod
a
earlier that like drastically reduces it though. So there are ways to reduce it.
I may have just exploded my kneecaps.
If you dash right before you hit the ground,
you
don't take
it saves
It'll
it.
break the fall, yeah. Happens to the best of us.
AI on the right. Yeah, more AI inside the little shrubbery compound anyway.
A hostile unit is calling for reinforcements.
Andrew C, exactly. 9 Lives, I don't see what you're saying. I don't think this looks awful at all. I think the presentation's awful. I think the game looks like, you know, a really well-made extraction shooter with a really cool art style, and it may be game of the year, but just at a presentation level of what they're doing, it looks kind of typical, but I'm not negative on it, at least for me anyway. I will absolutely play this game. Yeah, it looks fun. I mean, unless the reviews come out and they shit on it.
There's 6 underneath.
And I like the PvPvE aspect of it.
Player.
Dead one. I hit one for the shield, but I'm 1, 2.
I don't think it's a well-polished turd. It doesn't look bad. There's a difference between being disappointed that you were looking for something more innovative and saying it looks like a piece of shit. I mean, both those two things are not synonymous, you know? There's a lot of the best-selling games today are kind of a slight tweak,
purple one.
if that, and it's all about the execution. I mean, the gunplay looks generic, but what do you want it to look like? Well, I mean, it's a shooter. You can't, I'm sure the gunplay feels great. Bungie always does great gunplay. They do great melee online play. All that juice, right? Totally get it. He says unoriginal and clearly inspired by what's already on the market. They're not trying to create a new fan base. They're trying to poach fans from other similar games. Sure. But that doesn't mean it's a bad game. You may not like that direction at a high level philosophy, and I can appreciate that, but
I'm unlocking the box. Yeah, I dropped it in.
Yeah, we have to play it, right? Oh, Hector, I was high as a kite. I'm still high from last night. I don't think in my whole lifetime I've done that much pot.
They've got long shots in 2. Oh,
I think when they say, Anthony, the gameplay looks generic, the gunplay, it doesn't mean it's not good. I mean, I think Bungie does some of the best feeling gunplay out there. But I think mechanically, I think they're saying it looks generic. But and it does. I mean, but right after this, I'm going to go play some Call of Duty to deal with the hangover high I've got, and it's pretty generic. But I love it.
Yeah, I would say it's a self-res.
Withdraw from pot? No. I mean, I cannot do pot for a year after last night, or I can do it tomorrow. I don't have that relationship with pot.
Oh my god, that's it. He killed 2, I think it's 1v1.
Can't say the same for pizza, sadly.
You knocked 1, I knocked another.
Good stuff, good stuff. I literally only have a sniper.
But I will say I'm not paying that much attention because it looks like, okay, I know what this is.
The knock I had was way over here. I don't see anybody over there yet.
He's been quiet for an awful long time. I reckon he's gone to res.
Pot's legal in California, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me if they res. Tell me if they res. That's a guy. Yeah, he's holding the angle at a distance.
Sniped a sniper.
Oh, yeah, right on me, right on me. This player. On me. Very weak up there.
But I will also say, I've enjoyed on this channel and all the channels I'm on streaming about or just playing games and stuff, because the last thing I want to deal with now is 2 months of a bunch of fucking talking heads talking about, wow, let's analyze the 8 minutes of footage and ugh. It'll come out, we'll play it. If it's great, we'll keep playing it. If it's not, we won't. What else is there to say? I hate to be a downer about it. I'm not, but I'd rather talk about games that we're actually playing, You get a veterans discount. The veterans should get their fucking dope for free. That should be one of the perks of joining the military. You go fucking risk your life. You shouldn't have to pay for the drugs to allow you to escape from the memories of risking your fucking life. That shit should be free.
I feel like we might be the God Squad.
I have not played South of Midnight yet, no.
That was good. That was a good run.
We got knife some AI and grab some guns.
We can go to field maintenance.
Yeah, a loot container key. Isn't there one of those around here?
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, I agree. Left control.
Where did I just hear that thought?
Oh, girls can play? Woke.
Oh, I knifed one.
Is there a Madhouse this weekend? Yeah, there's a Madhouse tomorrow. Right, Derek, I'm with you on that. Spectre, did Tech Protect reach out to you about some editing?
Yeah. Something's sucking me.
Stop
That's cool.
sucking it. It's a purple shield.
Whatever that thing was cool.
I found a purple enemy. I heavy knifed it 4 times and had to dump a full mag into it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, cool. I'll talk to him tonight. We'll get back to you. We just got some things we want to work with you if you're free.
I should think it, but I don't want to.
But here, take
Oh,
this.
long
Take
shot.
this.
Is that right, Frank? I'm not reading that. Terrible.
What's
Going
the
to
question
hell.
marks again?
That
That
is
are
a
on
good
the map?
quest- Oh, I think those are the players, right?
Huh? Like
Like the
this?
cash players?
Yeah, I don't know.
Players.
One is broken.
Tech Protect's up sometimes, but I don't think he's really aware of this stream. He's probably sleeping in, though. He was up late, too.
Okay, purple shield, I knocked one.
I knocked one.
Oh, Rob, yeah, there's no way I'm buying this unless the reviews are fucking insane. And even then, if I can get my itch scratch from Call of Duty, which I can. I mean, that's that. So that is the real question. Is that if you are going to go generic like this, even though it looks insanely well made,
I called the purple.
and you're going to charge for it when other things don't, that they're going to be up against
Yeah, I want the frickin' purple.
they're going to be up against a real problem if they charge for this, unless there's something they haven't shown us yet. Because Helldivers was offering something that you couldn't get for the most part. This has to be free. This has to be free.
To avoid or glitch. If I've got a better aim, I'm going to win. There's no other extraction shooter like that where I can have that kind of gameplay.
When people find out
I changed my mind quickly based on a... I don't understand, Big Mac. What do you mean?
So far has just been refreshing, I'd like to say. Everything felt really locked in.
Hey, Cal.
Being sort of the next full Bungie experience.
I know that
is an
guy.
exciting moment.
The game is inherently fun. I just want to play more.
No, I'm not going to see Minecraft. I hear it's not very good. Both my kids saw it. They were like, it was a fun experience opening weekend, but it's not a very good movie.
Obviously, having those creators in was a whole lot of fun. Getting to work with both creators and players alike has been a privilege. It's been a great time getting to set that up.
Oh,
of course, I
shut
promise I'm
up.
not saying this just because I work on the social media team here. But
Yes,
if you
you
head
are.
over to our YouTube channel, we have a full 20-minute version of that. So YouTube.com.
Oh, I'm positive.
With all of our other socials, as long as I'm at it.
Don't read into it, Big Mac.
Obviously, again, like we talked about.
It looks good. It looks like a fun, very well made extraction shooter with really cool graphics, and it's Bungie, so it's going to be great gameplay. However, I'm not paying for this unless somebody comes out and says it is the absolute best fucking shooter of the year. Then I would consider paying for it. But short of that, I can play zombies, I can play multiplayer, I can play campaign, I can play Warzone, all on Call of Duty. I have no idea why I would jump to play. Yeah, like Spectre says, why would I play this? So if it's this, in my opinion, has got to be free, because the only way, at least if what we're looking at is reflective of the overall package, the only way they have a leg to stand on in this battle of pulling people away from similar games is, holy shit, Marathon feels so fucking smooth and just buttery smooth to play. It's just a joy to move the characters around the space. Then that makes sense. But you're not gonna charge for that. So this, if this is not free, they're out of their goddamn minds.
Brian and Jeff Keighley. And
In
they
my
were
opinion,
not
based
having
on what I've
success.
seen.
Y'all were like destroying them,
Clearly
the
Nick was the
creators.
problem,
And, yeah, it's probably
I
your
agree.
team that
Nick
was
is the
destroying them. So I was brought in as like a hired gun to help get Jeff through, and
Thank you.
I did my job.
Mission accomplished, Levis, yeah.
I mean, they haven't announced that it's going to
Which
be
also you were
$40.
saying you were
That's a rumor, but
well, maybe not playing quite as much. What was it like, from your perspective, getting to see all these folks jump in and play the game for the first time? Some of them.
I mean, it was awesome. It's awesome, like playing the game for so long, right? And seeing other people play the game is just a great feeling, right? For like the whole team. You get to see things that you designed for happen, and in real life, right? You see people who are like being hunted by other players that take refuge by like we're a heavily fortified area, and watching the UESC equalize a little bit. Moments like that was great. There was another fight that was like it looked so fun, but also hilarious, but also like really like it was like a great time, but also really tense. There was two crews that were fighting under the dire marsh map. There's a bunch of tunnels and stuff like that, and they were fighting in the tunnels, and the fight was literally like almost 1-by-1s, like 3 and 3, like constantly moving towards each other and fighting in the hallway. The person in the front dropping meds for people in the back and changing positions, and that fight went into like little vents as well. So it was like this it was this hilarious chase that was like it was super tense because you didn't know exactly whether you were going to get third party, and they were just the volume of the room kept on going up from those two crews because they were just like, when are they going to get flanked? There's another vent right there that could pop up from there, and they were shooting vents just like out of just pure paranoia. It was awesome to watch.
It's a good balance to strike, obviously, yeah. And you, again, we were mentioning you got to play. Were there any other creators you got to dive in with?
Oh yeah, I was on a team with Valkyrie and Katamina, and we had a lot of fun. There was like a couple moments where we bunkered down underneath a greenhouse in the tunnels underneath. Tunnels are dangerous, and they were fun. But we basically created like a little claymore nest down there, and so we were baiting them down into it. And
Jonathan, 100%.
I'm telling you, claymore strats are good. Yeah. Don't sleep on claymores. They're
pretty solid.
Yeah.
Lars is like, I know.
Yeah.
So even in addition to these creators, the legacy of Marathon's community goes so long goes so far rather. As someone who's played a lot of Aleph 1 in the past as well myself, back on my Titanium G4 power book so long ago, bringing in the Aleph 1 team was really, really exciting. You guys had a chance to work with them as well, isn't that right?
Yeah, I mean, it's super exciting to sort of connect to the heritage of Marathon, right? Like to keep that alive as we're sort of building this new world. And so working with the Aleph 1 team has been really awesome with the Marathon Classic on Steam. Is the release that they had, as well as the Marathon Classic 2, I think, is on Steam as well. Yeah. But yeah, both of those, it's like sort of connecting the threads, if that makes sense, sort of remembering the past as we're sort of building this new, re-envisioning in a lot of ways of what Marathon is.
Yeah. Actually, kind of on this topic as well, about the dangers of the world, we do have a question from Twitch chat. Are there dangerous PvE encounters? Obviously, you've mentioned that the UESC is out there, and you should underestimate them at your own peril, but can you tell us a little bit more about maybe some of those emergent threats that await players?
Yeah, absolutely. There's the UESC security units that are out there. There's a bunch of different types that do different things, so watch out for them. We also have ticks, which are these wonderful, surprising, explodey fauna. Yeah, they run at you. They run at you, explode on you, and you have to shoot the nests actually to get rid of them essentially. Otherwise, they'll keep coming. And there's a bunch of hazards and stuff that are be on the map as well. Like we have a bunch of tox rooms and all kinds of surprises that await players. And in the alpha there's a few, but
what's the scariest UESC unit to you?
The scariest unit? The Ghost Commander for me, for sure. The Ghost Commander, their ability is they go into active camo and they actually have clone. They have a bunch of clones that go out there, so you're not sure which one to shoot. And then by the time you recognize which one is actually the real one, right, it's it may be over for you. But that's one. The sniper, also love the sniper as well. We really want to have these prolonged sniper fights that are really great against the UESC. And if you manage to really push them and they notice you're pushing, they'll punish you for that too. So, like, yeah, definitely be careful of these units. Tread carefully.
Not to be trifled with, right?
And the recruits, honestly, the recruits, they have this rush down that they do. If you're not too careful in knowing where they're going to be flanking you and rushing you down from, like, yeah, we're purposely making them these formidable foes that you can't get.
It's not that I'm falling asleep. I'm just.
They're guarding it, and they're
I'm so over this kind of presentation. It's so stupid. It doesn't. I could show you 50 presentations just like this over the last 5 years that yielded a game that no one cared about. So the money being spent, the time being spent.
You can all play the same. You can create a meme comp if you want. Or you can diversify.
Because I get it. I've been there. It's just like
we've seen them all.
It's like the marketing guys, the PR guys. Like, okay, guys, you know how you talk about the game? We want other people to hear you talking about the game that way, and they'll get excited. And then, we want to make, we want you to connect directly with the gamer. It's so not genuine. It's so manufactured, and it's so dumb. It's so dumb. In my opinion.
For players to tell their own
I'm excited to try this though. Fuck. I mean, yeah, print screen. I want to play it. Just if it's free, I ain't paying for this.
They get to dive in and maybe tell themselves.
So many. I mean, there's so many different stories that I think are that we're looking forward to seeing happen, especially ones that we've
could be Spectre. It could be a sign that it's not as compelling.
Honestly, just trying to survive amongst all.
But again, this is a game that clearly there's not a lot to say about it. You have to play it, I imagine.
It's death. There's a lot of death in the game. The learning from it, the challenging yourself, the getting back up and trying to do something new. It's gonna be exciting. I'm sure there's plenty of other things.
I'm curious, Mr. Cross. What are you expecting?
I mean, I'm had the fortune to launch Destiny and now Marathon. It's always amazing to put something out into the world that you've been working on, sort of in a bubble for 6 years or something like that, and have the players experience the visual world for the first time is amazing. Introducing the IP into the world, sort of beyond the game.
I think the graphics look cool, Da Vinci, actually.
Sort of the culture it creates. Always excited to see like what the fans tell us what the game is and what the metas are and what the IP is, and so that exchange is always amazing.
Yeah, check out the Discord. It's getting wild in there right now.
I'm just really excited for folks to discover the content and play with it in interesting ways. We've been making this meal for a bit. It's just time to see folks play, right? Like we've been making the sandbox for a bit. We've been
making a meal
on all the activities and everything in the world, right?
You're saying nothing.
People react to it organically and learn from it.
I'm also curious to see which runner will be the crowd favorite, out of the end. I have theories.
I know you have many theories.
Yeah.
Many theories.
Chat, Discord, let us know. We'd love to hear what you guys are thinking.
Absolutely.
But that brings us to just about the conclusion of what's been a very action-packed show. So for starters, guys, thanks so much for being here today.
Yeah, where's our surprise? Can we play it today? Is that the surprise?
Our team is literally sitting behind these cameras here, and they're amazing. You should give yourselves a hand, for putting together.
Oh my God.
Also, there's an immense amount of staff here that has been super gracious and kind to come and help work with us on this. So just want to make sure all of
Batrol, I couldn't get into it either, but a lot of people love that game, Alien Isolation. I've had the top-down or isometric Alien game, which I hear is really good, waiting to play for a month, or several months.
Stick around all the way through till the end. But again, a huge thanks, Josie.
7 out of time. I'm super bored, DA. This is not talking to you guys, but super bored with this presentation.
Ziegler, thank you so much to the entire dev team here at Bungie. Thank you so much for being here today. Whether you're here with us in person or you're at home, it's your contributions that make Marathon possible. So truly, thank you. It's honestly humbling to be here today. And again, of course, the crew here, thank you all so much for all of your hard work. It's been incredible seeing this stage come up so quickly, rather.
Yeah, the new Shinobi looks good.
It's been a gargantuan effort, and it's all thanks to your efforts. And most importantly, again, to all of you fine folks out there for joining us today. It's such a privilege for us to get the opportunity to share what we've been working on, and it matters most when you show up and join us. We know you have busy days, and we're thankful to be a part of it. So thank you for joining us here on this Saturday morning. And of course, we got something fun at the end. Make sure you stick around for a little bit
This
longer.
guy looks like a little
Sparrow
bit
and Mr. Rafflewaffle
chubbier
out
version
there, here just
of
after
the
show
Dean
ends.
in
So go ahead
Community.
and tell them we said hello when you get a chance to drop into their chat. But as has become kind of a tradition here at Bungie with our streams, we've saved just one more special thing here for you at the end. Now, we've told you a lot about the game so far, but we haven't had a chance to really touch on.
I don't want the
yet,
"We Were Here"
and we're
cat.
really
I don't
excited
care.
to build a story that's
Okay.
innovative in the extraction shooter space, both in and out of the game, and we'd love to show you a glimpse of that now. So we've had the opportunity to partner with Academy and Emmy Award-winning director Alberto Mielgo to go ahead and show you just a bit of a snapshot of what life is like on Tau Ceti. So we hope you enjoy, but in the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you all Starside.
Oh, 80% doesn't like it? No, I mean, I think it's a game you gotta play, you know, and see. But I think it looks fine. You goddamn right, all that juice. Those jackets are cool, though. Well, if the game looked like this, I'd play it. How does this apply to the game? It probably doesn't, but, you know.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, "Two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Near them, on the sand, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that it sculptor well those passions red which yet survive. Stamped on these lifeless things, the hand that mocked them, lifeless thing that mocked them, and the heart that fed."
You're shitting me, Andrew. That sounds amazing. I'd play if this was what Death Stranding played like with action. I'd play the shit out of that. Hang on, that's me freezing it so I can take a screen grab of Andrew's thing for Madhouse.
Once again, as the new shell, I mean, it feels just like what it is, right? Like $1 trillion.
Like $1 trillion.
Sakaguchi Genetics sent a reminder. Your shell repayment is coming up and will be charged against your line of credit.
Yeah, I know. Do you mind if we skip the formalities this time? Got a big contract waiting down there. So.
Understood. Let's proceed with your grounding exercise. Are you familiar with this item?
That's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's supposed to be my lucky charm.
Well, I know, but Death Stranding's too slow for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it doesn't play well, but
by her?
Yeah, that's my mom. That's your mom.
Now,
You know that's
consider
your mom.
this. Do you recognize this child?
Who are you? I don't know.
It's you.
Really?
Hey, what's that you're always tuned into? Worth anything?
I don't know, but I like it. It speaks to me.
Let me listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
You ever wonder what happened to these people?
It's not my business.
And this music is? You'll have a tough time finding a buyer.
Good. It's not for sale. Give it to me.
Yeah, this is really good. This is really, really good. No, it's not the game at all, no. I mean...
And on the pedestal these words appear. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing beside remain. Nothing beside remain. Round the decay of that colossal wreck. Round the decay of boundless and bare. The lone and level sands stretch far away.
Do you recognize this child?
I don't know. Is that me?
Well, it's a different group that put effort into this. This wasn't the dev team that made this, but I thought it was a great movie, a great little thing. But it's not the game we're gonna get, so you know. Whatever. I would, you know. I mean, what are you gonna do with that? It's fine, I suppose. I want to see this story that Andrew talked about the subway corpse guy. What the fuck? I got to put that up for the next Madhouse, though. Hang on. Let me bring my screen back up. Yeah, Bukaki, I'm with you. Bukaki says that didn't excite me at all. It excited me enough to kind of go, okay, if it's free, I'll give it a play. Or if the reviews are staggeringly amazing, and they want to charge $30 for it, I'll give it a play. But short of that, yeah, I'm just kind of like, whatever. It does make me want to play some Call of Duty, which I'm going to play a few rounds before I head off. And then I will be back in a few hours for our 5-hour Elden Ring. Maybe actual completion, which I hope so. Morgan, I won't go that far. I mean, obviously it's subjective, but Derek saying Concord 2, Morgan saying it looks like an average game. I don't know. I think it looks fine. It could be great, but it's hard to judge a trailer like that, or the game. Sometimes I have to reboot my computer with the PC Game Pass. I don't know. I think this looks already better than Concord did, just out of basic moment-to-moment gameplay. Hey, Tech Protect, Spectre Bull said he's waiting to hear back from us on the editing, so you know. All right, let's see what's happening with Call of Duty. Oh, yeah, of course, people, K-Nubs, will start making hate videos. That's the thing. I'm just like, I can't with these people anymore. I just can't. I'm so sorry. I just can't. Can you imagine now probably what Jade Raymond's game, though, is, coming up? Like, I mean, if this can be that generic, I'm sure that's going to be generic, too. Yeah, let's just wait. Let's go right to the internet while we're waiting. Let's just see. My guess is that if we go to the internet to YouTube, it's just going to be people. I bet there already are videos that are up about just how crap this is. People just want to. Let's see. That's us. Let's see. Where's the videos? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe no one's put one up yet. Yeah, Roadkill, I don't think it looked bad. I think it looked just, looks potentially cool. All right, well, I guess we're not going to get we're not going to get that. Yeah, I have nothing against Jade Raymond. I hear she's actually quite good at her job. I just think the game that they've shown seems kind of generic. Why am I not able to get... Maybe we should try this Midnight Murder Club, because I can't get this fucking thing to run unless I reboot my computer, and I don't want to do that. Let me try one more time. Yeah. Good old Xbox. Let's try this. No, I don't want to try this. I want to try this instead. Yeah, I just realized, Anthony, I don't want to do any multiplayer right now. I'm too high. I got to sleep this off so I can jump into Elden Ring in an hour or so. People are talking shit on Twitter already. Yeah. Yeah, multiplayer would be hard when I'm this high, I think. Hey, Cal. Yeah. Do you want this hash brown? Huh? Do you want this hash brown?
Where is it?
It's right here.
Sure. Thanks.
There you go, baby.
Door?
Nah. Jaffe's most food video. 30. Yeah, I think people might be disappointed because they were expecting something more conceptually strong, but I don't think the game looked bad at all. I just think it looked generic. I don't think headshots matter in this game. Could be wrong. This is Witchfire. Yeah, Witchfire's, you know, I like it, Prince Green. It's, it's got a great feel about it, a great flavor. I also really like that it really is, at least so far, the gunfighting is very, like, you really can read the enemy moves. It's a much more measured kind of shooter where you really have to pay attention to, like, those guys about to fire, your stamina, like that guy, that guy. It's PC right now because I think it's in early access. Remnant 2? Yeah, I've heard that's really good. Is it similar in that way? My stream FPS? What do you mean? The visual looks good? What do you mean, Anthony? R2 is great. R2 is great. What do you mean? Oh, Remnant 2. Okay. Dark Souls with guns. Yeah. Why did I just take damage? Oh, the frames. Got it. Oh, I don't know how competent I am, Andrew. Like, for example, this game has magic. I have no fucking clue how to do magic in this game. I know I have this button that does magic, but I don't know how to do it. I think I need ammo for it, I think, but I'm not entirely sure. All right, I'm gonna there's a lot to this game, though. I'm pretty excited playing this, but it's really fucking hard for me right now, and I don't know if that's because I'm just haven't built my character up enough, or it's because I just suck at it. I have no clue. See, I got demonic ammo, so let's see if I can do a... Look at that guy. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, Bunny Button's awesome. Witchfire is what it's called. And so see that tower? This map is about getting to the tower and getting inside. But I've never been good enough to do that yet. I have faith. Oh! Run, Jaffe. See, don't ask me how I just got that move. What I need to do now is I need to go back to 6,000. Bungie's free to play, or this is Marathon's free to play, or this is free to play. Yeah, I think there's a portal up here. I'll go back and dump my loot. the portal? Oh, I gotta go all the way down here? Fine. Yeah, no, I know what the button is, Anthony. What I don't know is how to, like, what ammo, right? So if I press this, that's the magic button, but I don't know why I can never pull it off. Let me see if I can find a chest before I go back, because I have some keys. What the fuck did I pick up? This is a very different game than Indiana Jones, though, Anthony. I mean, Indiana Jones is an adventure game. This is a kind of arcadey shooter with roguelike elements to it. So I mean, I think they're both really good, but they're very different. Oh shit. It could be, yeah, Troy Branch, you may be right. Let me try that. Let me get close and see if I can use the magic. The problem is the red of the bullets is the same color of the red of the things you have to collect, and it's a real pain. Try hitting F close up. All right, I'll try it again. Temporary damage. See that red color right there? Sometimes it's hard to tell if that's effects from your pickups or if that's actually GTA. This is called Witchfire. No, I'm playing this. We're trying to. Hello, Electric Monkey. What's up, bud? And when you're out there doing runs, it's researching weapons for improved weapons. But let's see if I've made enough money to come back to the base and do any upgrades. Ascension possible. Okay, so let's do... That's still in progress. Where's the forge? Is it this? Nope. Alright, cool. You have to equip a spell? Okay, how do I do that? Enhance gear. Equip gear. That's not a spell. This just lets you equip your weapons. Oh, wait, maybe here? A tooth found... So I have a relic. But I think these are just passives. I don't think they do anything. Oh, I see. Hang on. There's the spells down there. You have no items. Well, how do I get spells? Alright. Maybe the other room is where you make your spells. Let's go see. This lets you make... This lets you make potions. That's not it. That's nothing. Let's see. Alchemy. I bet it's that. Let's see. Ascension. Alright, let's go see. I bet this is where it is. The prophecy study. You have a tolerance to marijuana? Yeah, I've never really gained a marijuana tolerance, so... Oh, required Gnosis the second. THC sodas. Yeah, I've never had those. I don't fully even know what this guy is. I don't understand the point. Maybe it's just let you practice or something? I have no clue. Alright, well, let's go back out there. See what we see. What's this do? I know Rob is driving. I know he's played this, but I don't know if he knows how to equip magic or where I get it from. I guess I know how to equip it. I just don't know where to get the spells. So let's go to the tower and let's see if we're strong enough to actually get in there this time. And we've upgraded the gun, so if we're aiming down sights, it'll charge the bullet, I think is what they said. Oh wow, it does, doesn't it? Oh, you can see it. Oh, that's cool. You see it on the gun. Excellent. Cool. I will take that. I like roguelikes. I'm getting kind of tired of the flow of roguelikes, but you know, on one like this, because I haven't I've not really played a roguelike shooter like this, it's keeping me interested for now. But like Hades 2, I couldn't really spend much time with, even though it's obviously well made. So, but yeah, I like roguelikes, but there's way too many of them for my taste. I don't know if this game has headshots or not. Alright, let's go to the tower. Oh shit. Come on, come on. Come on, that's bullshit. I had no idea. Come on, that was bullshit. Alright, well I have a gun that's ready. I'll get a new gun anyway. I like this gun now. Voidbreaker, why do I think I've played that? Is that kind of the cell shady spaceship game or something? Yeah, no, I get it, Eyes Hole. The roguelike thing is kind of overplayed its hand, but on this one, it's been... I haven't had a problem with it, though. I've really enjoyed it. Voidbreaker. Yeah, I need to look... I know I may have played it. I'm familiar with it for some reason. I don't know why. God damn. I thought the Marathon Showcase was pretty good in terms of it being, you know, it looks like it's probably well-made extraction shooter. I think if they sell it, they're in trouble versus free-to-play. There was nothing innovative about it, but it looks like traditional, really well-made Bungie shooting, and it looks like the art style is really cool. And the in-movie they showed, which has nothing to do with the product, really. I mean, the story, but the gameplay it doesn't, was awesome. But it was, you know, it didn't do anything to excite me or unexcite me. I'm still kind of like, you know, wait. The idea that the gameplay looks worse than Concord, I think that's silly. I mean, you may say it looks less innovative than Concord, but it looked like really well-made, well-polished PvE shooter, which if you're not into, which I get because there's way too many of them, but I didn't think it looked bad. Jaffe, you idiot. Yeah, I mean, but if you guys are saying they confirmed it's a paid title, I think that's a really bad mistake for these guys. I mean, it could be amazing, and maybe they'll be okay, but nothing they showed made me go, oh, this is going to be able to pull people away from similar offerings that are free. But, you know, Sony will have to learn, I guess. I don't fucking know. Or maybe they know that, they just can't afford to do that. I could not tell you. The problem is, hello, Derek. The problem is, I'm sure you would like to pay for it, Anthony, but if you have to pay for that game, it's dead on arrival. Because why would you pay for that game versus just playing Apex Legends or Warframe or Fortnite or... Like, nothing they showed was like, oh, I can't get that for free. Like, Helldivers was an exception because you couldn't really get Helldivers. That kind of gameplay, Helldivers 2. But, you know. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, but the problem is, even if it's a better game, if you don't have a lot of people playing it, you're dead. And if you're asking people to pay for it, I mean, who knows? I don't know. Well, maybe they're going to launch with a bunch of friend passes. Who knows? The kicker here is Marathon's going to launch. Yeah. Players will be asked. Yeah. No, thank you. All right. That motherfucker. That motherfucker. Let me go get my other research gun. I mean, what I like about this game also is it's very clear when it's my fault. Like, I mean, it's hard, but all those deaths were me. And it's nice I can come back here and, you know, grab something better, but that still was my fault. I mean, I play Fortnite, which I know is Battle Royale, but there's an extraction mode, I think. I've played Warzone. I've played... was DMZ for a while. Metalhead, it's not really... It's no different than playing a side-scroller back in the day where you learn the map. And the more you learn the map, the more you advance. I mean, they call it, yeah, you officially die, but fundamentally, it's still the same thing. It's just applying what you've learned and getting a little stronger over time. But I don't know, in the case of this particular game, I really like it. I think it's really good. See, that's the guy you got to be careful of. The sword guy is really hard. Pompish, I agree. Totally agree. Good art design. How come you are not outraged about Last of Us box set? Hello, brother that survived. I don't know what's there to be. I don't understand. I guess because I guess I didn't get the memo that I'm supposed to be angry about something. What's bothering people today? I should be in the Discord tech. All right, when I die, I'll jump in there. This kind of has some White Lotus music cues going on. Hey, Mish, buddy. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for that generosity, as always, Mish. Thank you for that super chat, sir. Mish is the man. Mish is a key reason, by the way, that me and Tech and Bunny will be staying in a haunted hotel room in San Diego in the next month. And we will be doing a meetup in SoCal if anybody's interested in meeting up with us in Old Town and eating Mexican food and hanging out for a little bit. The Woodsman. Oh, there's lots of Woodsmen. Oh, here comes the sword. Oh, shit. Oh, the ghosts? They better like Mexican food. I mean, you can try Anthony, but, you know. Swordsmen are the hardest on this. I hate these guys. Now let's just I think there's like an obelisk around here or a structure they're guarding. What's this? Ammo chest, alright. Alright, let's see. It is a ship over there. I'll go down there. I'll show you. Oh, hang on. Well, thank you, bro, that survived. I don't know if I can get down there this way, but let's see. Alright. Well, let's try to get into the tower at this point and see if we can survive. I have never made it inside the tower, so who knows? It would be good content, Bukaki. Come on now. Look at all the enemies on the radar. This is Witchfire. Alright, maybe this is my spell. What am I supposed to do? Okay, I guess I have to go upgrade to whatever the hell higher Gnosis is. Okay. The carpenters in the haunted hotel room. Yeah, oh yeah, we'll plan a bunch of good stuff. Oh, don't go down there. If I had condos in San Diego, I'd totally live in Oregon. Because the amount of money you can charge for condos in San Diego to make money to live like a goddamn king in Oregon, given the cost difference. Tatum, yeah, I like this game. I don't love it. I don't think it's, but I think it's compelling. And I've only done the first area, and there seems just to be a lot to discover in this game. So it's keeping my interest for sure. I like granola munching hippies, though, baby. I am a granola munching hippie. So I guess it works for me. I don't own Birkenstocks, no. I don't do the performative thing. I just am a hippie. AK-624, fuck yeah, man. I would love to play the beta or open alpha of Bungie. Absolutely. 100%. Thanks for that. No guarantee, but let me know, sure. Okay, the gun room and the workshop. Alright, well here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break, get some food and hydration to prep for the stream. We have a 5-hour, or whenever I finish Elden Ring, whatever comes first, stream coming up at 1 o'clock on this very channel, and hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. I'll be in the Discord taking your advice on how to beat that fucking game, but for now, let me get all that set up, and I'll see you very, very soon. All right. Thanks, fellas, for hanging out. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, everybody.